What is going on, guys? Chad back with you here on the RC Models and More channel, and we have all kinds of stuff coming up on the channel here. We're starting with this update video. We're going to work our way through Litchi, through some goggle stuff, and eventually we're going to get to the Spark. So keep an eye out for the next couple weeks. There's going to be lots of videos coming, and I tell you what, if you don't have a Spark, I think you might have fun with one. I will tell you more about it in the upcoming videos, but I am really happy and impressed with that little thing. It is actually pretty dang fun. So anyway, let's talk about the update to the Mavic Pro and really the DJI goggles. This is the 1.03.09 update. Now, this basically has just one release note for the Mavic itself, where it says that it fixes the DNG file for white balance issues. Now we get into all the goggle stuff, and I've tested this stuff out already, and it all works, and it makes the goggles even better because basically it gives us better indications of where the nose of the aircraft is when we are doing head tracking mode and we are doing a flight head tracking mode. So those are two things that definitely were missing from the goggles. The old way with like this black line, like curly line thing, was just ridiculous. Also, Imperial units were added. That's great. If you don't know how to go into that stuff, go to your settings and it'll pop up with like a little menu. You can actually keep scrolling down and you will get to extra stuff down there. There's tutorials and all kinds of different things to do. It also says that it fixes some issues with the camera view, but it wouldn't display with an HDMI connection. Don't know about that. I haven't had any issues with that at all. In the notes, they've also added some stuff that says, please restart the aircraft and the controller, and they also tell you to check and make sure that your settings like return to home and all that are still the same and valid as well, which I don't think I've ever seen in one of their release notes. So that's pretty interesting. So when it comes to the update, I had no problems. If you have the goggles, you actually can just turn on the goggles, the remote, the Mavic, and update all of them at once. I did the update, and then the goggles would not work, and I had to update them separately with DJI Go Assistant. And so I went into the DJI frequently asked questions, and it said yes, indeed, you can go ahead and do that. And there's one other thing I want to talk about this update. Now, I put a video out a couple weeks ago about how Litchi was going to release an update for firmware 1.03.08 that would allow us to skip the no-fly zone and geofencing system. I have tested that out with this firmware, and I have not been successful. I will show you the video for that. So if you are a Litchi owner and you have not yet updated your firmware to 0.09 on your Mavic, keep it at 0.08 and update the Litchi app to the newest app and see if you can get the geo system to not work or enable. If that's your prerogative, if you're one of the people that don't like to update and you're having problems with the no-fly zones. Now, if you have two devices, I recommend you update one and not the other, and just because I have found some problems with the updated Litchi app. So I think DJI caught wind of this and has kind of skirted around this somehow. You know, this is getting really conspiracy type of stuff, but I can't. Litchi has never put out an app that an update that has ever disappointed, and I think it has something to do with this firmware update here. So it's really tricky. I'm going to release the video for Litchi later on today too, hopefully in a couple hours, so that way you guys can get an understanding on what I'm doing, on what is going on. So you might not want to update you might just want to hold on and wait for that video. So, because I can confirm that on the 0.09 firmware and the new update with Litchi does not work well at all. Disconnects. The Geo system will not let you turn it on or off. It still recognizes no fly zones, and it specifically says in their release notes that it is compatible with the 0.08 firmware update. It doesn't say about the 0.09. So just wanted to get that out there. So anyway, I'll put that out in a couple hours, and I'm going to upload this right now. So just wanted to go over this update real quick for you, mainly for you goggle owners. So we'll talk to you guys in a little bit. See ya.